So what?
You're live,
Yes, we are. All right.
live without a net.
I should probably go read this. All right, here we go. As the setting sun falls into darkness in Madison, Wisconsin, the shadows will entice you to dance, and I will invite you down a rabbit hole with me here tonight. An hour of the unusual, the unexplained, and dare I say it, the unimaginable. I'm eager to begin, so I hope your doors are locked and all your lights are on. Let's get started. It's a great night to be streaming, everybody. Hello and welcome to all who are tuning in on YouTube and Facebook. This is Squatch Squad Live from Madison, Wisconsin, April 1st. Happy May Day, 2021, 6:01 p.m. I am your host. My name is Sandra Pokorney. If this is your first time here, we take these topics seriously, so please respect that. If you act up or misbehave, you'll be booted. So, shout outs to Rosendo, Jojo, and Ricky. And any other family I may have watching. I was recently made aware that I may have family out there watching. So if you are, hi. Say hello in the chat. Guitar Hack, Jimmy Bean and Judy Hall, Brett and Bonnie Essie. In fact, hang it, bear with me. I do have a graphic for this one. Again, 2021 Portage, Wisconsin Garden Tractor Days, July 8th through 11th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The admission is only $5, people, and that goes to the World War II Museum that is run by Brett and Bonnie Essay. It's featuring Sears and Cub Cadet this year. Ricky and I will be there all 4 days with the Winnebago and four of our oldest Sears. So if you're in the area this summer, Portage, Wisconsin, stop by, say hello. We'd love to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, the creator and star of Show Me Your Pick and Halenville Live, Fruitcake Tony.
Hello, hello. How you doing?
Oh, and please sub to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm sorry. Did you have any shout outs, Tony?
Yes, I do. You
Oh,
you came on the air and you said it was April the 1st. Happy May Day.
I thought I said May 1st. Did I say April 1st? I'm
Groundhog
sorry.
Day.
Groundhog Day. May 1st. I'm sorry. Happy May Day.
May Day.
Mayday,
Yay.
Mayday. Oh
How you doing, babe?
my God. Apparently, I'm a little behind.
We all are.
Whew.
No worries.
I am I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am good. Well rested. Had an old man nap while ago.
all
Woke up just in time.
right.
Yeah,
Cool.
I did.
I don't know what it hides the house. Can't really see it. All right. So you had a good week?
I did. Excellent. Been
You get your second shot soon?
next Friday, I'm afraid.
Let me ask you, did you find a car?
We did. We
If you want
did.
to tell the audience about that.
My youngest is a 19-year-old. We've been car hunting for a while now. So we are going to make a move next week. So, yes, this time next week, um, I'll have less money. So,
Right
yeah,
on.
I will. But yeah, no, busy at work, all the way around. That's a good thing, though.
It is.
Nice weather here. 80s all week, no rain.
Got no
Um,
rain here either. It was
yeah,
80 something. It's 83 right now. So,
yeah,
and it's windy, but the breeze is nice. So I'll take
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Right
Where
on.
are you from, Chad? Say hello. Where you're from, and if it's a warmer cold where you are. Who do we got, Tony?
We got Mr. Charles Green in the house. Brendan B. Squared
Hi, Brenda. Bye.
is here.
Hi, Charles.
Bumble Best Sean Beerbrower.
Hey,
Nice to see
Sean.
you guys. Thanks for being
Welcome.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lenny Lou and Mary
Mwah.
cooking dinner.
Love you,
Um,
ladies.
Blackjack Guitar Nut. Hey, dude. Hugh
What's
Caldwell from
hey?
across the pond.
Hey.
Nice to see you, sir. Scrolling and scrolling. Bumble Best Sean and me and you, and we'll say hello as they arrive.
All right.
Welcome, everyone.
Yes, welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay. Last week showed a Bigfoot clip that was the grayish one. You remember the grayish one?
Hmm.
Couldn't quite tell what it was. I think it was from Thunker's channel. Well, and that was the clip that Ricky was like, "No, that's the wrong one." Well, this is that clip. This is the one from the actual from that couple's channel that shot it, and I gotta say,
Yeah.
it is way better. So let's take a look at this quick, and then we're gonna get into some other Bigfoot clips. Here we go. You can unmute your mic, Tony, if you want.
So, what we saw on this last week was the commentary, and this is the actual lady who made it. Is that right?
Yes, what we saw was Thinker Thunker. He breaks it down and puts it through editing software and does enhancements and what. And it was sort of you couldn't really get a clear look at it. So this is, I mean, look at that thing. I don't
This
think
is
that's
the raw footage.
yeah, and it's way better, like Ricky said. So I apologize, Ricky. That's why he's executive producer. I just wish it would turn around. Turn around. You know, it's hard to say what it is, but whatever it is looks pretty big.
Yeah. This looked more gray than the other guy doing the commentaries.
Yeah, I like this
Um,
the original
yeah.
footage way better.
You've got more that I've seen this week that you're going to show that, yeah, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yep,
Um,
I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna bring them up. Oops.
and a neat, Neat name too to the guy.
Yes. All right.
Ah,
This next, well, I'm going to start out with the one clip is from a channel that Ricky and I watch quite often. It's Mountain Beast Mysteries, and he's going to show you and talk a few minutes about the original footage that we're going to see. And then we're going to go to this other channel because he breaks it down kind of like Thinker Thunker, but I almost like this guy better. So that's what's going to happen here. Let me get this ready to share. Video file. Okay. Hopefully there's audio. Can everybody hear that?
Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Beast Mysteries.
Okay.
In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a piece of Bigfoot footage that I've actually never talked about on Mountain Beast Mysteries before. And that is the Memorial Day footage. This is a very famous piece of Bigfoot footage filmed in the mid-90s. And at first, when I first saw the Memorial Day footage, I guess I didn't give it a fair chance, just because I saw a creature running across the frame that I didn't feel, looked like what Bigfoot should look like. Like, to me, it looked like, I guess, more of an athletic, skinnier built creature that was running as I would imagine maybe a person.
I've seen this.
That's kind of how I felt.
Ricky and I've seen this footage.
So I never really looked closely at the film. And what you see in the video is just that. You see, a very open area. It's like a grassy hill, like a pretty substantial hill. And far away in the distance, you see from a set of trees, you see a creature running across the frame. And it appears to be at a pretty fast pace, and it runs from one tree line across the frame to another tree line. And usually when you see like hoaxed Bigfoot videos, you'll see the Bigfoot creature running from left to right or right to left. And I don't know why, but that's what people do when they hoax Bigfoot, is they'll have the creature walking from like across the frame. They'll never have it going towards the camera or like back in the opposite direction. And I don't know why people do that, but you do see this creature running across the frame. And like I said, I didn't give it the credit it deserves until Bigfoot Tony did an analysis on it. Now,
Okay, that's where I'm going to stop that one, because you've seen the original footage now. I'm going to kick this out of the studio. I'm going to bring up Bigfoot Tony's breakdown, and it's going to blow your mind.
Who?
Bigfoot Tony.
Bigfoot Tony it is this guy's name.
Yeah, it's a great name. Bigfoot Tony.
All right. Cool.
All right, here we go. Any second. All right.
Hello, Bigfoot Tony here. So here we have the Memorial Day footage.
Can everybody hear that okay?
This is, I received this from a video on YouTube called Legend Meets Science. I'll leave a link below. So this is the actual footage where they spot the alleged Sasquatch running across the meadow, across the field, and there she is. Let's just delete that and I'll play I'll loop this section, just this small section here of the first part where the creature is running. As far as I know, this is the original speed. People were saying it's wow, no human can run that fast. But in the actual documentary, they did a comparison with I think it was like an Olympic or professional sprinter. And I think, if I remember, the sprinter actually ran twice as fast as this particular individual. But, that is a human runs, or any bipedal creature, the arms, because he or she is holding on to something which is on the back.
There you have.
Which I believe, yes, you've guessed it, it's a young one or a baby. Now, in this situation, it does look like simply a backpack. But when we look at the end of the footage, later on, in a few minutes, we will see that it's actually, you can actually see the individual, the infant, or I would say infant, pulling itself up onto the shoulders of the adult. So a backpack cannot do that.
It's crazy.
As far as I know. So as you can see, as we look at the back of the creature, we see kind of movement up and down, especially here. Watch when it makes this jump, you'll see something fall down. Maybe it's easier in a color vision. There. Just scroll forward. So if we have a look here,
you guys in the chat can see
kind
what
of
he's
wobbles
talking about,
left to right and up and down, all over the place, side to side.
He's talking about the darker area right now.
On the back.
That is a young...
Well, here I believe it's a conical head on the actual back of the
Sasquatch.
main one.
But here. There's another one. There's actually three. There's three.
Let's get on to this questions. Why? So why?
She's got 2 babies.
Why no arm swing on the run? Well, I've already covered that point.
Insane.
Why is there a protrusion on the back? And number 3, why does the left leg disappear? So this also adds to the point which I was trying to make here. Now, I don't believe there is actually just one on the back here, but there is also one here, which would... I know it sounds absolutely ridiculous that there's an infant clinging onto the leg, but this really shows you the strength of these creatures. They can run at this speed whilst carrying an infant on the back and an infant on the leg at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know any human that would...
Because here's the left leg,
or would even attempt that,
which is now seems to be
too young,
disappearing. And when I scroll forward, you'll see the right leg,
hang on for dear life,
which is not disappearing. So to me, that means that for some reason the left leg is a lighter color, similar color to the background.
You guys get it, right?
But why? Because whatever is clinging to the leg is not the same color as the...
Let me see if I can get to where he's zooms
But it may be carrying a young animal that is...
face.
The head.
Okay, this is where he pops up on the shoulders.
And when I first saw this, I just had goosebumps.
Yeah, that's not a backpack, like Lenny says. That is not a backpack.
Because this really adds to the credibility of this being an actual Sasquatch. Knowing that no human, I don't believe, could run and jump like that, carrying an infant, which clearly this is an infant.
I think that was brain damage.
Just play that.
Oh, that bouncing around. Oh, yeah. Our heads ain't made for that. That's why they say don't shake.
So what's actually happening is there appears to be a dip in the ground.
Okay, let's try to move it along here a little bit.
Notice the way the creature walks, almost like it's kind of like a swagger, like an attitude, kind of that kind of motion with its arms raising up and down. Just thought that was interesting. Just see the arms raised there, popping out of the over the top of the
Put him up on his shoulders.
the ridge.
Maybe that's probably what's going on.
But now I will do some stills, which I have screen grabbed off my own software program. Taken them in, brought them into Photoshop. So this is the one on the rear.
Look at that.
Just there. Yeah, it's very blurry and I cannot say for sure. I'm not gonna say 100% that this is the actual
You can
infant
see a
on the
little
back,
face right
but
there, can't you? You can see
I'm
2
gonna
eyes
say I believe it is.
and a nose.
But that is just my opinion.
It's baby Bigfoot.
And this, I believe, is probably the one on the leg. But now we're going to take a closer look at that one. If this is the one, if I remember. Oh yeah, okay.
That is just so crazy.
So here we are, the next frame.
Little baby Bigfoot.
It's like 1 or 2 frames after the last.
Right on, Lenny.
Just stick stroke on there, border.
Just an incredible piece of footage.
Sometimes when you zoom in too much, it just gets completely wild and you just cannot see anything, you know. So I'll try to refrain from zooming in too much.
Yeah, there's a mama, and she got her 2 little ones with her, and
Maybe try a bit of sharpness.
yeah, we saw that on Mountain Beast Mysteries channel the other day, and I was like, holy shit, I've seen this footage and never would have dreamed that there was 2 other ones in there ever.
What's important to note on this is that you can see parts where it looks breasts are there. You can see that, but there is a ridge up on top, and whoever made this, it's a bunch of people up there with them, and they're pointing down there at this thing, talking about it, all of them at once.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's one guy out there, but
no, there's a bunch of people there. It's all saw the same thing, same time. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just wow. What do you think of that, chat? I mean, holy shit. I think that's great. I really do. That's all I have for Bigfoot because I wanted to allow. I knew this next segment we're going to get into is probably going to take most of the show. I'm going to intro that right now, and let's have a look.
It's the kind of house they don't build anymore. A relic of a time when the world wasn't in such a hurry, when there was still time for a little charm and elegance. It has stood empty for a long while, and at the price, it is a bargain. For a growing young family, it is almost too good to be true.
What do you think?
I love it.
James Brolin, Margot Kidder, Rod Steiger in the Amityville Horror.
God's peace in this house. Get out. Get out. him. Father Delaney, there's something very important.
Mommy, I want to go home.
And yes, spoiler alerts if you haven't seen this movie. Spoiler alerts. Spoiler alert.
What do you want from us?
What's all going on? We have to do something.
I better cut it off before copyright violations. But at the time, one of the scariest movies made of one of the most alleged haunted houses in America. I think it's haunted. Before the show started, I put a question to the chat. Would you spend the night alone in the Amityville house? Tony says, hell no.
Hell no.
Would you go during the day, like on a tour?
Inside?
Yeah.
No.
You wouldn't set foot in it ever.
No.
Stay away from bad juju.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go in the yard.
A lot of people do. A lot of people flock to that. Although it's changed its appearance and they changed the address, you can still tell. Apparently, you can still, it's kind of obvious what house it is. But apparently, there's still people, hundreds of people flock there all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I think I would. I don't know if I would spend the night alone, but I would definitely, I'd have to check it out. I'd have to.
I would be, if I went, I would be in the rear with the gear.
In the rear with the gear.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, see right there before they changed the windows, they remodeled the outside because, there was just too many people were taking pieces of the house and, trashing the place. But yeah, it looks like a pair of eyes just, staring right into your very soul. And of course, if you're an Amityville horror fan, you know what happened there. I have a brief, my glasses on, I'll read brief history of before the movie was made. In November of '74, Ronald DeFeo Jr. slew his entire family and inspired one of the greatest horror stories of all time, the Amityville murders. 23-year-old Butch, the eldest child, confessed to murdering his entire family in cold blood. Dead were parents Louise and Ronald Sr., his siblings 18-year-old Dawn, 13-year-old Allison, 12-year-old Mark, and 9-year-old John Matthew. The gruesome Amityville murders are regarded as a catalyst for the spirits haunting 112 Ocean Avenue. And I think that's probably true, but Tony also has some information about what else may be haunting it. We'll get to that in a second. Let me finish this, please. However, some argue that the DeFeo family was also victims of the house. On that day, he met with friends at a bar. He was constantly calling his house to no answer and complaining that anyone who would listen that they wouldn't answer. He eventually left. The next time they saw him, he ran in and said, "Hey, somebody's killed my parents." All 6 bodies were found in their beds, positioned on their stomachs. The victims appeared to be shot with a high-powered rifle at around 3:15 a.m. His story changed a few times as to why he shot them, but his main thing was the house. There was voices telling him to do it.
Yeah. Well, also historically on that land, there were ghost sightings on the water out in the back of the house, and supposedly that property and its neighboring property is a old Indian burial ground.
Yeah. And then you build on top of that, and then you kill your
so as haunted as the place is, when the Warrens went in, and I don't want to get ahead of your dialogue here,
Right.
they they have they have gone in many haunted houses, and they said that was one of the most haunted houses they had ever gone in at that time.
Okay, and now I'm gonna play another movie clip. If you haven't seen Conjuring 2, I believe it's still available on Netflix. And I'm gonna play part of a clip from there. So here we go.
After everything we've seen, there isn't much that rattles either of us anymore. But this one still haunts me. Two months prior to our involvement, the Lutz family had fled their home in the middle of the night, claiming that the house was haunted.
We'll be talking about that in a second.
The church had reached out to us for help. They wanted to see if we could confirm the activity that had been reported by the Lutzes.
Okay, we ready? Then let's get
Hey,
started.
Dwight Bailey. Hey, Hitman. You can unmute your mic, Tony.
I'd like you to sit quietly and close your eyes.
Hey, Keith H.
Envision yourself in a halo of glowing white light. It will protect you. The year before the Lutzes moved in, a young man named Ronnie DeFeo had brutally murdered his entire family in this house. We'd hoped to discover if the killings had been motivated purely by anger, or if, as Ronnie DeFeo testified in court, he had been under the influence of something demonic.
Make a jump, chat. I might have twitched a little bit. It's a good movie. I watched it a week or two ago. Oh, No, I gotta go. I got a book, sorry.
What did you do? What did you do?
It was Black Cat. It's a scary movie. That's really loud. Thanks, here. Yeah, but we'll be right back. I should have cut it a little bit sooner.
Wow.
We should come back on. All right. We live? Are we live?
If anybody in the chat, are you there? Give us a number 1 if you see us.
Ricky, can you see us? Nope. All right.
Okay.
Wait. I'm going to see if I can resume, maybe.
You may have to start a new stream and send me another link.
I think you might be right. God damn it. I knew I should have cut it off sooner.
I don't think it really mattered how long